Hi, thank you for being here. My name is Crystal Olivarria, and I'm the founder and CEO of Career Conversationalist. And parents hire me to help their child transition successfully from school to the workforce. And today we're here to continue on with our mini series in regards to finance your kids' college education with $27. And today's episode is: Are you worried about how to pay for your kids' college education? And as far as what this is, it's in regards to the stress and anxiety of not really knowing what to do or being sure what strategies there are out there. There's certainly financial aid is a process that's not covered, and it's all about making that process easier so you understand it and what you can do to qualify for more financial aid. And so as far as why is this important is because you want to reduce your anxiety level and your worried, because if you're constantly worried about affording college, then you're not spending quality time with your family or your child. And if you're constantly having fears and doubts run your life, then you may say things that you don't mean or you don't intend, or you may not be able to show your child as much affection as you would like to otherwise. And this can put a strain on your relationship with your child, which you don't want because your child is going to be leaving pretty soon. You'll be an empty nester, especially if they're going to go away to college somewhere else. But even if they stay at home while they're attending college, you know that your time with them is limited. And so, some of the topics that we're going to be covering in the upcoming series are going to be: Are you worried about your family making too much money to qualify for financial aid? I know this is a big worry for a lot of people, especially in the working class, especially if you have two parents in a household who are both college educated. Your typical middle class, and I know there's a lot of anger about not helping the middle class. The middle class is shrinking and wanting to provide support. And that's part of the reasons why I'm helping to share this message. I think too many people think of financial aid as only being for people who are financially needy, and I want to help you understand that there's different types of financial aid for different reasons. Some of them take into account how much your family makes, some of them do not. And there's also other calculations to calculate what assets you have available to pay for college. So these are some of the topics that are really important to talk about, and why it's good to have this conversation early so you can plan ahead, know what's coming, and then it'll relieve the anxiety. So another topic we'll be talking about coming up is: Are you worried about filling out the financial aid form paperwork incorrectly? And this is important because there's some people who don't get as much money as they could qualify for just because they misunderstand the questions. So if you understand what the questions are asking and why, then you'll be in a position to answer them more accurately so that you can potentially qualify for more financial aid. Then we'll be discussing closely guarded secrets to qualifying for more financial aid. This is an important topic because I know certainly when I was in high school and applying, originally my family made too much money to qualify, and my mom did some very smart things in terms of talking to her CPA and finding out how we could rearrange some things so I could qualify for more financial aid. And I'm happy to share this. I think it's a really important topic. Again, it's something that I never heard about while I was in school, even though I was a go-getter and actively looking for grants and scholarships. So that's why I'm really glad that you're here and with me and that we're having this conversation. And if you're interested, I did raise over $70,000 from grants and scholarships to help pay for my own college education. We're also going to be discussing a new way to avoid needing a parent loan in order to afford college tuition. This is important because a lot of times parents, the first thing they think of is, let me tap into my savings account. And then they also think about, well, what about my retirement account, which is also a form of, and so parents can think, well, if I don't have either of those, then my last alternative is a parent loan. And these are things that I want you to avoid needing a parent loan. I want you to keep what you have in your retirement in place, because that's money that you're saving for your retirement. And yes, it is reasonable for you to spend a portion of what you have saved, but it's also reasonable for you to have a rainy day fund in case something happens in employment. Things happen with the economy shifting, changing, companies going out, mergers, economies go up and down in cycles. So it's always good to have a cushion of cash that you need to spend all or majority of the financial resources that you have planned for a rainy day. So that's why that's really important. And then we'll be talking about give me 5 minutes a day for 30 days, and I'll show you how to qualify for more financial aid. Because a lot of times I know you're busy, you have a busy schedule, you're trying to feed your family, you're trying to keep the house clean, you've got all these responsibilities and things that you need to do. And I break it up into step-by-step simple instructions so that you understand what needs to be done. It's easy to digest, it's easy to fit into your busy schedule. And so what I really want to ask you is, what would life look like if you had someone who is helping you understand this whole process, who's really helping you break it down into simple, easy, digestible steps so you didn't have to worry about what's coming next, so that you understood the process, you understood what questions to ask, so you understood what the answers are. Would that help reduce your anxiety and your worry? Would it help you be able to be more present and spend more quality time with your kid? I hope so. And that's why I have my special invitation to you. It's in regards to a 30-day challenge. And it's the scholarship challenge that's currently being offered for $27. And the way this challenge came about is because a busy parent said, I'm busy, but so is my son. He plays sports, taking a lot of academically challenging classes, and he doesn't have a lot of time. So can you design a challenge where he can spend 10 minutes a day searching for scholarships, and in 30 days he can have a list of scholarships to apply to? I said, absolutely. So I went ahead and created this challenge. So it's designed for your kid to get results, but I also felt it was important to have a challenge for you in terms of 5 minutes a day to help you understand the financial aid process. And this way you know what to anticipate, you can be ready, and you can help position yourself so you can qualify your family for the most financial aid possible. The reason it's currently at $27 is because I want your feedback. I want you to tell me what you like about it, and if you had any questions or concerns that I didn't address. This way I can go ahead and update the course for people who will be going through it in the near future and will be paying full price. So again, I encourage you to enroll, and you can go to theScholarshipChallenge.com, and it's currently for $27. And then, yes, I am encouraging you to go ahead and take action and do it now. At the time of this recording, there is a bonus if you decide to sign up. And the bonus is the opportunity to meet with two amazing people. They're going to be guest experts, Dan Everett from College Money Pro and Daniel Hertzberg from Accelerated Educational Solutions. And these gentlemen have helped thousands of families and have helped them have some amazing results. College Money Pro, he specializes and he works with families of all income levels, but I find it interesting because in our conversation there really is a large percentage of the middle class that think that financial aid isn't available to them, and so they often feel like they don't even try. And that's something where things can become a little bit trickier to navigate, and so he has the expertise to certainly help you in that area. Daniel Hertzberg does excellent in terms of academic scholarships. He has some amazing information. I've been able to work with him several times over the past couple of years, and he really knows his stuff and what he's doing, and he's really good at helping kids have a transformation. And academic scholarships are a great way to help pay for your kids' college education, and I certainly want you to be able to have access to these two gentlemen to be able to answer your questions. And so at this time, I'm thinking about perhaps we'll do a webinar so that you can go ahead and submit your questions in advance. And this will help me see which questions come up most often. And then I can take that and make a frequently asked question section for people who will be going forward in the course at a later date and time. But also, I really want to reward you for having the opportunity to ask your questions, because I know your family is different. Your situation is different from someone else's, and I want you to have that opportunity to be able to ask your specific questions so it's not a burden on your mind anymore. So in order to get the bonus, I need you to apply and enroll before the deadline. which is November 21st at 11:59 Pacific Standard Time. So again, in order to enroll your family to make a life change, go to thescholarshipchallenge.com and go ahead and enroll. Thank you so much for your time, and I look forward to our paths crossing again soon.